We're going to give a few minutes for everybody to catch up with us, and then we will get started. Good morning. Such a beautiful day. Tuning in to Andrea in the morning. This is Andrea Raquel, the social entrepreneur and sugar-free coach. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in and following. I hope you've liked our page on Facebook. That's facebook.com/sugar-free coach, as well as on Twitter. You can catch me on Twitter at sugar-free coach. I will follow back and reciprocate. I always do. Thanks for tuning in to Andrea in the morning. This is Andrea Raquel, the social entrepreneur and sugar-free coach. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in and following. I hope you've liked our page on Facebook. That's facebook.com/sugar-free coach, as well as on Twitter. You can catch me on Twitter at sugar-free coach. I will follow back and reciprocate. I always do. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you are around the world, whatever time you're listening, you may not be listening exactly live with me right now, but it might still be morning for you. Or you might be listening right now live and it might not be morning for you. Either way. Buenos dias, buenas noches, hasta mañana, hasta luego. Am I saying that right? Is that goodbye? You guys, y'all know I speak Franglish. That's Spanish, French, and English all mashed up together. I do know a couple of languages a little bit, but not a lot. I know it's just enough different languages to be dangerous. That's why I speak English a lot. But I'll try. Thank you for joining me today. This is Andrea Raquel, the sugar-free coach, and this is Living Sugar-Free, Andrea in the morning, hashtag AITM. Please do follow everywhere that you're online so that I can support you in whatever your efforts are. And please do subscribe on YouTube, right there at the little subscribe button. Guys, if you subscribe and share, I'll do this a lot more because I've never really been one for using YouTube a lot because I've not been doing my own videos a lot. I'm a broadcaster, I'm a live broadcaster, but I really feel more comfortable, or have felt in the past more comfortable doing audio podcasts when I was doing them by myself. Why? Because I don't put no makeup on. I'm not doing a whole bunch, y'all. See, tank top. I just, guess what? Who cares, right? If you guys want to keep telling everybody to be their self, don't expect everybody to not do that. So for me, being myself means showing up with my hair twisted, undone. You know, this is how I sleep on it. It's not, this is the set part of the twist if you don't have natural hair and if you're not Black and you don't know why this is a big deal. It's cute. People like it, but this itself is not necessarily the hairstyle. For some people, it is. Some people wear their hair like this as they're transitioning into locks, twist their hair all the time just to wear it in a twist. But this is a lot of work, y'all. So this is a set. And the goal is that when you go out at night, whatever, you take the twist loose and then you have a big, cute, frizzy, curly, wavy thing. Yeah, I'm giving y'all a set. I woke up like this. You do have some lips today. You still don't have any eyes. I did, a clean shirt for you. Y'all, but I really did wake up like this. I did brush my teeth too because I have big teeth, and if I don't brush them, it's noticeable. this is Andrea in the morning, Ask Be Secrets, and I'm just keeping it real and raw for y'all because I come to realize that the reason people think I'm too well adjusted to be autistic is because I don't show y'all everything. I don't just get on the internet and talk. I don't just speak from the hip or off the cuff or whatever. I'm a scripted person. I'm a broadcast journalist. I'm an announcer and a public speaker. So I go from a script. I have some agenda notes. I have a presentation and a slideshow. You know, some people might watch these videos and think, oh my God, this girl's all over the place. But I do know how to stay on agenda. And I do know how to follow a schedule. And I do know how to memorize lines. But that's not what this is. This is Andrea in the morning, living sugar-free, live, raw. And we are just talking about whatever it is you all want to talk about, or whatever it is that I feel like we need to talk about. That means if you ask a question, yes, I'm going to answer the question. However, I might be secrets in there. I try to stay on topic though, y'all. Thank you so much for my music, DJ Yoder. That is my intro music that I love so much. Thank you so much for TXNL executive support. I want to give a few shout outs at Simply Denise, at Logic 007, at a whole bunch of Twitter IDs, then y'all challenge. If you just type in Libria Mitchell on Twitter, you'll find at Libria Mitchell as well. Let's see. Oh, at Ask Anthony RF. Follow my TXNL executive leaders. They are awesome and they are always working behind the scenes on your behalf and mine. You don't know it even when we don't feel it. These people are working on projects around the world, you know, for boys, youth, and children, and real estate solutions, and all types of stuff, you guys. So follow them, show them love, show them some support. Okay, recapping so that you don't have to go back and watch previous episodes if you don't want to. Because y'all, I'm not so vain that I'm trying to get on here with my tank top and my t-shirt and barely any makeup and watch y'all and make y'all watch me every day over and over again, you guys. So, you know, if you just love me like that, feel free to binge watch every episode. They get better and better, you guys, because the first day, I was a mess the first day, y'all. Y'all can go watch that one just to laugh. But I'm recapping, you know, and we're building on what we've already talked about. Okay, so you don't have to go back and watch them unless you just want to. Okay, so in the past few days, we've talked about a lot. My mom was like, how you do that? You don't have no script or nothing? I was like, mm-mm. I was like, did I stay on topic? I didn't think I stayed on topic. She was like, okay, so that's because I already know what I'm going to talk about. And then I add things in that are related. And then I make sure I'm still on that topic. Okay, an hour is a long time if you don't have anything to talk about. But an hour is no time if you have a lot to talk about. And I have a lot to say. So if I give myself a topic, then within the hour, I can stay on that topic, but dance around it and make sure that I give you the quality points that you need. So if you're trying to figure out how to get your podcast going, get your video going, you've never been to broadcasting school, you've never been a journalist, you don't know how speakers do it and whatever, you can go do your, what do you call it? Toastmasters, yeah, that's a great speaking platform. If you've never ever spoken in front of people, I was a member of Toastmasters when I was in college. You do Toastmasters. It's a great way to get comfortable speaking in front of people, but it's still not going to help you do this, because I spoke before 30,000 people before, y'all. 50,000, I think. I think that was the biggest number. But I still don't necessarily feel 100% comfortable hopping on video every day, because when you're on video, you're right here. If I got a big pimple right here on the end of my nose, or if I have some glaring flaw, I don't care about, let me see, wait, can you even see it? I'm just going to point it. Oh, you can't even see it. So that would be silly for me to bring it up. I'm trying to find, ooh, this camera is good. Y'all might be able to see it. I can't. Well, okay, so I have a mole right here. I have like a scar, you know, and I don't care about them. That's like my personality. But I'm saying these are the types of things that women freak out over. So they put makeup on and base and concealer and all that. If you got like a little hair right here, a little mustache or something like that, all this stuff is the kind of stuff that we're trying to cover up, right? Well, if you got a show and you're supposed to be on the air every day and you don't have time to put your makeup on, that's like a reason for somebody to not get on the air. Seriously, you guys. People are serious about their makeup. So, or let's say that you're married and you had a fight with your spouse. Now you don't feel like it. Or let's say nobody's been following you back this week. And, people, there's a lot of reasons why this right here is difficult. The background. Oh, let's talk about this background, because I know somebody has a problem with the fact that all this white space, there's no pictures. I could hang some signs right here. I could put the TXNL logo over here. I could put a banner. I could have put a plan up. Personally, when I watch you and you have a bunch of stuff in the background, you know what I'm doing? I'm looking at all the stuff in your background because that's what my brain does. Everybody's not the same. So if there's anybody else watching like me, then guess what, SB Nation, autistic friends, there's no distractions. So you can look at all of my twists and they're flying everywhere. You can find my mole or whatever, but you're going to be zoomed in on what I'm saying and what I'm talking about. So there's a lot of reasons why people don't feel comfortable doing this. And, I care more about the vision and the purpose and what it is I'm trying to do and sharing with you than I do about how I look. Ooh, hi, Simply Denise. Hi. Denise on. If you have a question, please ask her. You can find her on facebook.com/Simply Denise Faces. You can follow her at Simply Denise. But if you go to our bettermeinc.org website, you can scroll down to the bottom and you can find all the people that I'm talking about. And eventually more and more, as people get their paperwork completed, we're going to add in their links and their information. We used to do it more freely, you guys. When we first built our website, we had everybody on there. Every amazing link, every amazing offer, every person in our network who was doing something. We're not being stingy, you guys. The only reason we can't do that anymore is because we're trying to protect you. We can't share someone that's doing something, even if they say it's for charity, when we don't really know if that's what they're doing, because then if you get ripped off, then it's our fault. So the only reason we tightened the doors and the only reason we're having people to fill out paperwork and be a little bit more rigorous kind of about who is and isn't a TXNL leader is because we want, now that we're growing, we want to be safe and we don't want someone off over somewhere else in another country or in another state, someone that we don't see every day, and they're misleading people and they're doing it in the name of TXNL, and it takes us 3 months, a year, really a week is too long to find out that it's going on. So we're kind of clink, locking the doors down a little bit so that you can be safe and so that you can really, really know that if they say that they're a TXNL exec or a TXNL leader, that they have certifications, they have a badge, they have certain credentials, and they've gone through certain training and agreements. Not that these people aren't already executives, but the training and the agreement is to make sure that we're all on the same page and that they're not going to do anything unsavory. Oh, that's a good question. And I think I was trying to go there earlier. Thank you so much for keeping me on track. So the reason I'm like really doing the YouTube thing now, you guys, and I'm asking you to be sure that you subscribe. Please, please, please. Because if you subscribe, you make it easier for people like me to keep doing what we do. And I'm kind of like regrouping and recapping and refocusing some things. And this is a lesson. It's a lesson that I want to share because if you came up with us over the past 10 years of social media, you didn't do it wrong per se. We were beta testers. But if you're around now, don't do what we did. There's no trust economy anymore. It doesn't exist. TXNL is the trust network. Be a part of TXNL. We'll tell you if somebody is not legit because we pretty much know. Okay, several people in TXNL are trust anchors for the internet, for these trust economy websites that were around. They verified us, they validated us, and they kept an eye on us and made sure that we weren't just being spammy or trading likes for likes or whatever. But if you subscribe, right? And if you're watching on my website, that helps me to have the free time to sit here and talk to you. If you don't subscribe and you don't follow my page and you don't share it, guess what? That's all the more time I have to spend doing things that I get paid to do. Okay. I'd much rather just sit here and talk to you all day. This show can be 5 hours, y'all. I can sit on the internet and talk to y'all all day if you want me to. I will not run out of content. I promise you that. And there's opportunity to have one-on-one coaching of the internet with us. You know, when you get one here, one there, you might have 5, you might have 10, you got this. You guys, if there's someone that you like, it's kind of like you finally found your favorite lipstick at the grocery store and you bought it and then you forgot about it and you went and bought some other lipstick. And then 5 years from now, you remembered it and then you go back and it's gone. Well, the reason it's gone is because you didn't support it. So if you support Living Sugar Free, Andrea in the Morning, I promise to be here. But the reason that I'm saying that, and it goes into financial, income, branding, planning your business and all that, because you guys, what we did was we cast a wide net. I knew better then, but again, it was a different time. I knew when I started bettermeinc.org that the goal was to build a lot of traffic to the website, and that would make the organization valuable. Because that's why if you look up bettermeinc.com, it's worth like $2,500. I bet bettermeinc.org and I bet Sugar Free Coaching is probably not worth as much because we didn't do it the same way after that point. We didn't just only drive traffic to the website. But as a brand marketing PR trained person, I know that that's the goal. The goal is no matter what you do. Now, this is online and this is in real life. Whatever it is you're doing, if you're having, oh God, people do this all the time. You have a church and you want to build more members, right? So if we're going to have an event for you and we're going to do it in the community to get a lot of people to come to find out about your church, why wouldn't we do it at your church? Why would we do it at another mega church in the area? People are going to come back to that church. They're not going to come find your church when you didn't show them how to get there in the first place. So likewise, the goal is to have people come back and visit Sugar Free Coaching all the time. It doesn't matter what you want. You can get to Facebook from Sugar Free Coaching. That way, it's not a funny look. People end up on Twitter hack pages and Facebook hack pages and like you're trying to get to Google, but it's really not Google. Well, if you click the link from my website, you don't have to worry about that. You can get to bettermeinc.org from my website. There's a lot of places you can go from my website. So first and foremost, guess what opens up when I go on Google every day or on Internet Explorer, whatever browser I'm using on my phone or whatever. Guess what the automatic open page is? If I'm on my business computer, it's Better Me Inc. If I'm on my personal computer, it's Sugar Free Coaching. Why? Because why are you not drinking your own Kool-Aid? That's one more hit you get every day. And yes, they do calculate the hits and new hits and blah, 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 but still, it gets you in the habit. It also gets you in the habit of when you're out and about talking to people to say, oh, here, let me pull it up on my website. You guys, how many times do we tell people to do stuff and go, oh, follow me on Facebook, or oh, follow me on Twitter, or oh, no. Go to sugarfreecoaching.com, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and everywhere, watch my show, subscribe, etc. So that's a habit to get into. And I had gotten out of that habit because first it was, oh, build your Facebook following. We had to kick the tires. Then it was, oh, build your Twitter following. Oh, before that it was MySpace. Then we had Ning and all these other websites. And then all the celebrities were using Ning. So everybody had to have a Ning site. And then we had, oh, you got to go make money off this site. We had Sue. You want everybody to go to Sue because they got to make money. Well, then we had this Collaborate thing and everybody want to go there. Guess what? They were all distractions. They were all distractions. They were all distractions from your brand. I want you to go to sugarfreecoaching.com, y'all, period. Go to sugarfreecoaching.com, click Facebook and follow me there, click Twitter and follow me there and whatever. But I really want you to go to sugarfreecoaching.com on a regular basis. If you're a living sugar-free sweetheart, read the blogs, find out what's going on, come watch the show. That's going to help me help you. Okay. So if you subscribe on YouTube, guess what? When I get to a certain number of subscribers, YouTube's going to pay me. Imagine that as a concept. Imagine if Twitter and Facebook and all these other platforms paid you for bringing people to their site. That, because that's essentially what YouTube is doing. YouTube is going to pay me because I have you sitting here watching me as a captive audience. That's why it's a big deal that you actually subscribe and that you actually watch, you guys, because you're helping me to help you. Now, I'm sharing the love. I'm also telling you how to build your YouTube page. I'm telling you how to build your Facebook page. Please, 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 if you have not already, fill out your TXNL member application so that you can get a brand reveal from Simply Denise. I'm just giving you the high level stuff, y'all. I'm just giving you the general. Everything I say is not even going to apply to everybody. But you've got to go get your brand reveal so you can specifically dig in about your brand and exactly what needs to be done, because I am not teaching you how to be me. I don't want you to be me. I do not want you to go do everything I did. Everything I did doesn't apply to you. And I did some risky things that I don't want you doing. Okay. So if you have a YouTube page and you're consistent about it, which I'm going to be now, and you share it and you advertise it and you drive traffic to it, then guess what? You're going to make money off of it. And that's, in my humble opinion, the best way to make money off of a blog or a vlog. You know, you can go on all these other platforms and sell stuff if you want to. Personally, I'm not doing that. I've never been doing it since day one. I explained over the past couple of days about public affairs and public relations versus marketing. In my opinion, these types of platforms are public affairs and public relations. YouTube's a little bit more like TV, right? So you get to watch TV and you get to watch, if it's not a movie channel, you get to watch for free. But then you can pay for additional features and you can pay for additional channels. And then every now and then the advertisers come and interject going. YouTube is the same kind of else that we use, YouTube, Twitter, all of that. That's public affairs, public relations. That's like the newspaper or like, you know, a trade show. There are different things that, you know, some different levels. You pay for some things, you pay for an ad, and it depends on who you are and what you're doing. But I'm not a product. I'm a personality. I'm a journalist. I'm a host. So there's never a time where I should be, unless I'm being a brand ambassador. You know, somebody can pay me. Come on, y'all. Jeep. Who do I love? Come on, Jeep, Beats, Converse. Come on, I can name some more. If you know somebody at any of these places, I could come on and I could sit here and I could have all my gear on and I could talk about that product for a couple of minutes. Then I would be acting as a brand ambassador. Oftentimes you'll see your radio DJs and some of them are real slick with it, y'all. And this lacks integrity. You're not supposed to sell a product and don't tell people that you're getting paid for it. Okay, so when you watch a talk show, you think, oh, I love this talk show. They're so interesting. Oh, and they always have the best product suggestions. When they take a break to go put some handbags on the stage and have people run down from the audience and break their neck and play games and beat up each other to try to win the handbag, y'all, please tell me that you don't think that that handbag is just some random handbag. All those handbags that they're talking about, those are sponsors for the show. Okay, so we might get a sponsor, might sponsor our show, and we might do a little activity and play a game and give away the thing. We're gonna let you know that that's a, you know, it's a, what do they call it? They call it influencer marketing. Okay, that's what it's called. So by you being an influencer, it's like in the sports world or in celebrities, they call them endorsements. Okay, so with social media, because it's different, it's a different type of thing. And those people who have endorsements, they get on the internet and do it too. So you guys, just because they cloud the words, don't get confused about what's going on, and don't think that your favorite celebrity isn't selling that bottle that they always have. You see a celebrity, I'm sorry, I have a lot of favorites, you guys. What can you not see? You cannot see what brand of mug this is. Now I'm gonna tell you because it's cute, but I'm not selling this for them. I'm not. And I would show it more if they want to pay me. Okay. They're not a nonprofit. They're not social entrepreneurs, part of TXNL. So I'm not going to sit here and talk about them for an hour. Okay. Or 10 minutes or 5 minutes even. I just like it because it's pink and cute. And y'all know I'm a truck girl, and I got it at my truck dealership. Okay. So yeah, we talked about them too. I'm not going to mention their name either, not in a bad way, even because I don't want to be bragging on what kind of truck I drive, so everybody can go out and buy one, and they not paying me, and they not even taking good care of me. Okay, so there's a lot of brands. Melaleuca is a great example, you guys. I am a rep with Melaleuca. So when I say, "Oh my God, look at my lipstick," "Oh, you like my beautiful shiny hair," you guys don't see any marks or scars on me. Everybody's like, "Oh, your skin's so beautiful." Well, you know, I'm an outdoorsy, off-grid soldier, hiking girl. I get cuts and scratches, and I literally had a hole in my foot. I was moving, and the racks that you put underneath your cabinet to organize and stack your shelves. And I snatched out a cabinet, throw it or whatever, doing something else, whatever, came back and stepped on it. So the little pointy thing went in my foot. So if you can imagine, the outer layer of skin is here. Like normally, if you cut yourself, that little flap will come over. Well, no, there was no flap. I punctured it. So the outer layer of skin is here. The rest of my foot is here. And it's like this. And it was bleeding profusely. Okay. What did I do? Well, I washed it real good and I packed it with Melaleuca gel. Like real good, you guys. I don't mind showing you my foot. It would be inappropriate though, because I would have to lift my leg up, but it's non-existent. If you know me, I will take a picture of my foot and put it on the internet, you guys. So yes, I'm a rep with that. So I'm always going to tell you, if I post a ad or a little picture or something showing something off, everybody knows I'm a rep. If you buy something, uh, I'm going to get paid, but probably not, because I really never even share the link. You would have to be diligent and care and actually join up where we are for me to directly get paid off of it. I just believe in sharing stuff that's awesome. And that's one of the things that's been in my life for over 20 years. So even if I wasn't a rep, it's the Melaleuca gel is like me sharing about almond milk, or giving up sugar, or argan oil, or whatever other thing I do. I mean, that's like that, because it's just how I've gotten through. It's how my skin looks the way it looks, and how I deal with things when I have issues. I felt like I was getting an eye infection, and actually truly it was because of an allergy, I believe, or maybe because I was traveling and I probably had a little bit more dairy or sugar or something there in the mix or whatever, because they sneak it in on you. But my eyes were like puffy, you guys, for a few days. And I wasn't the only person in my circle who had it. It wasn't pink eye. I know it wasn't pink eye because the other person went to the doctor. I think it was because we were dealing with a lot of antiques and cleaning out some farms and moving and the dust and all that kind of stuff, right? Well, they went to the doctor and got eye drops. And the doctor gave them two different kind of eye drops. I put Melaleuca gel in my eye. My sister was like, "Don't do that. It's gonna burn. It says for topical use only." I said, "I don't care. I don't care." And you know how when somebody does something and you're like, if it had been me, well, I did that. And I tell people all the time, when you do that, you're gonna end up having to eat crow. Whenever somebody has a situation or something going on, and you're like, "Well, shoot, if it had been me, I would have," you're gonna end up proving that. So be careful about saying that, because I literally said that. I was like, "Well, you should just put some Melaleuca gel in there." And they was like, "What, girl? You crazy? Stop." I was like, "That's what I would do." They were like, "Yeah, right." Well, sure enough, a few days later, I'm looking stupid with puffy eyes. I took the little round tray thing, I took a little corner of it, I took some little tissues, is what I did. And I made sure the tissues, two individual tissues, because in case it is an eye infection, you don't want to go from eye to eye. So I took the two little tissues, and teeny tiny, and had them folded up and put some hot water on, so I could do the hot compress, and then put the little Melaleuca on the little corner of the tissue and put it right in the corner of my eyes, all the way in the corner. Where the eye boogies collect, right in the corner. Because I know from when the other person went to the doctor, that's what they told them to do with the steroid chemical, whatever shit, excuse me, whatever they gave them. So I did the exact same thing with the Melaleuca gel, you guys. And what happened was, and people at Melaleuca, don't fire me or call me, and I'm not in trouble. I'm not telling people to do this. I'm just letting you know what I did, because it does say for topical use only. But y'all see, I'm still alive. I'm not blind. My eyeballs didn't fall out. So I did that for like 5 days, you guys. And it probably went away in like 3 days. But then I was in the country, and it was animals, and Sometimes also too, because I don't wear my glasses, sometimes I just can't see good. I go back and forth between the reading glasses and my distance glasses because I don't have my regular glasses. Again, I told y'all that story yesterday. See, if you want to hear my little sidebar stories, that's when you got to go back and watch the old episodes. But so I don't have my regular glasses that I can just wear all the time. So my eyes were all blurry. So I couldn't tell what was going on. So I just kept doing it for 5 days. And when I first did it, just like when you put it on a cut, it tingled a little bit, mostly around the skin area. But then it went away. And every time I did it, and I blinked and rubbed it around in there. And by the way, if you have eye issues, blink. You need to blink a whole lot before you do anything. If you have stuff in your eye, you need to blink a whole lot before you do anything. If your eyes are irritated, that is the remedy. But if you stop producing tears, that's when you have a problem. Okay, so blink, 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 blink. Let's see. Yes, you can't stay safe from hackers. I'm sorry to tell you. Um, let's see. Okay, I'm sorry to be sarcastic, you guys. Oh, and if you want to talk about, if you want to really see where I really dug in and talked about the many different places that I know for a fact I've been hacked due to major organizations like your bank, the government, your college, bank, government, college, probably some service or provider, maybe your cell phone company or somebody. But you guys, never mind all that. The daggone credit bureau got hacked. Now, I thought it was the end all be all when it was the government and they were like, everybody, okay, so several people in my family are veterans. I'm a veteran. So that means me and everybody I know. And even if not me, them and everybody they know, which means me, we've all been hacked. I thought that was bad. But when the credit bureau got hacked, I was like, oh, that's a wrap. You just might as well say it wasn't me. I don't care what it is. I don't understand how anybody can hold anybody accountable for any credit issues right now. And to be honest with you, if you're a creditor and I'm trying to do business with you and you're fine toothing my credit report, I don't want to deal with you. Because okay, I'm not going to go and fight every battle that's going on from when I got hacked to hurry up and buy something. I'll just be like, okay, God didn't mean for me to have that thing, and you about to miss a sale. Because when it's meant for me to have it, it's going to fall out of the sky, or the person that was meant for me to buy it from is going to get my money and not you. Some people are always looking for reasons to say no, you guys, and credit is not that serious. Put my banking hat on squarely and twist the brim a little bit so I can get real comfortable with y'all when I say this. Credit is not that serious. First of all, people who work for the credit bureaus and the credit agencies and the collection agencies, they're $7 an hour employees, and usually they're nasty. They don't have a lot of vision and purpose in their life. That's why they're comfortable getting on the phone and talking crazy to you. Oftentimes, people who are selling credit are $13, $20 an hour employees who don't have a lot of vision and a lot of purpose. That's why they're just trying to get your money. There's exceptions to that. There are amazing people in banking. There are amazing people in finance. There are amazing people in real estate. I don't know about car sales, but there are amazing people in a lot of industries where they have to deal with credit, but they do it differently. They find workarounds. They ask you to write a letter to explain. If somebody comes to you in this day and age and rejects you because of your credit report, without coming back to you and saying, you know, I know there's been a lot going on out here. Can you maybe provide some letters to explain any of this, or maybe also to verify that all of this is you? If they're not saying that, first of all, they're ignorant. But second of all, they're just trying to make a buck. They probably got paid off you submitting your application, and they really don't care if you get approved or not. Matter of fact, you getting approved is too much work for them. They would rather go on to get more applications. A lot of mortgage lenders are like that, especially if they work in a bank and they're $12, $15, $20 an hour employees. They're already getting paid, and then they got their commission when you submitted your application. You getting approved, they could care less because they're not visionaries and they're not change agents. So if somebody treats you like that and you're applying for credit, run. Seriously, I don't care if you were buying your dream house. It's not the house you're supposed to have, okay? Just run. Let's don't even go there about credit. I'm not worried about credit. And my credit was never perfect. I'm 40 something years old. I've been there and done that. I've lived in more states than most people. I've had several cars. I've been to college. I've owned houses. You know, possibly be perfect. But then when they started hacking it, I stopped caring. I'm not saying I went out and accumulated more credit because I haven't had a credit card in forever. I just don't do that. If I don't have the cash to pay, I don't want it. When you work in banking, you learn really, really quickly how not to overdraft accounts and how not to build up bad credit and that sort of thing. So anything that's on my credit, chances are is because somebody jacked me. And I can say that like without a doubt. Either a college that lost its accreditation and went out of business and or a lemon car that was brand new and people were breaking down on it. You guys, I've gotten letters in the mail about cars that say, due to this lemon, whatever, you don't have to pay back this loan. I know I don't. I wasn't going to anyway. So I'm glad you came to your senses. You guys, and you have to take ownership for your name and your reputation that way. I wish somebody would. I told off a mortgage agent just a few months ago, and I'm not finished with her yet because they represent veterans. Matter of fact, I don't mind telling y'all it's Navy Federal. No, it's not. Yes, it is. I know I don't like talking about nobody bad and it's not the right people. I prided myself on being like, oh, I'm going to go get all my veteran benefits. I'm going to go deal with all the veteran stuff. I'm going to join some clubs. I'm going to get my veteran banking. This lady was so nasty to me, and I love Navy Federal. Love it. I mean, everything else that I've had to deal with them has been amazing. But the mortgage agent was nasty to me. Well, maybe it was my fault because when I called the VA, they applied for XYZ. Special circumstances, maybe the lender's not going to know that. Tell them to look it up on page 7, blah, blah, blah. So that's what I said to this lady. This lady said to me, I've been doing this for 20 years. I don't need your advice. Well, as far as I'm concerned, if you're my sales agent or representative or whatever it is that I'm buying, you always need my advice because who can serve me better than me? Who knows what I want better than I do? So for you to take that attitude at all about anything, especially with something as delicate and sensitive as buying houses, I don't want to deal with you. I'll find somebody else. Thank you. And especially the fact that I've been there and done that in a lot of industries, I don't take stuff off people. Why did I jump through hoops and serve people and bend over backwards if you could just do it any old kind of way? You got to operate with a service level and a service standard, or else I'm not dealing with you. So don't worry about credit, you guys. And if you're a business owner, and you should be, and you're on your way to being a business owner, and we're going to help you with that if you get in line and fill out your application at bettermeinc.org, even if you don't have a employees and a corporation, even if you're an LLC, even if you're just a solopreneur, we can help you establish your business because I'm sorry, y'all, they done jacked up the personal credit game. They've jacked it up. So stop it. And I'm here to tell you the business credit world is different. We'll get into that another time, but you can come ask questions anytime you want. I love her so much. You guys, okay. This is why I've been promising y'all to have Simply Denise on. She's going to come next week, okay? When she's on with me, she knows everything that the people want to know about. So she'll either have some questions somebody asked, or she'll have all the, she's your voice. She's your voice. She's the voice of the people. She's the ear to the people, and she knows. So she's giving sidebar things that I know that people have been asking her, and it's really, really helpful. Okay, so I'm gonna recap on the live, work, play. We talked about that yesterday. Yeah, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say that about the hacking thing. Don't worry about it. If it wasn't you, don't worry about it. The amount of time that they want you to spend fixing your credit after they've cost you to get hacked, it ain't worth it. You don't work for them. You do not work for the credit bureau. It wasn't your idea to establish the credit system. So why should you have to jump through hoops to fix it if somebody hacks you? Hacking and identity theft and Fraud is not the same thing. Just because your bank or the VA or Equifax themselves, trifling, got hacked, doesn't mean that you've been socially engineered or defrauded. The two don't go together. What I suggest you do is don't have all your money in the same bank account. You know, the FDIC only insures you up to like $250,000 anyway. So if you got $1 million laying around, it's all in the same bank. I don't care if it's Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Chase Bank, whatever big gigantic bank you think is too big to fail. Y'all just heard Wells Fargo just got in trouble again the other day. Merrill Lynch paying some $5 billion fines. You guys stop trusting these banks. I'm not telling you to put your money under the mattress because you probably can't trust your housemates either. But I'm just saying, diversify. You need to put some money in Bank of America, some money in, well, whatever. You can use WF if you can use WTF if you want to, but you can put some money in Wells in Bank of America. You could put some money in Chase. You could put some money in an online bank like Simple. You can keep some money in your PayPal account. You can put some money in real estate. You could put a little bit of money under your mattress, a little bit. You guys put some walking around cash on mattress, okay? Put some in a strong box in your basement, in the refrigerator that nobody knows is down there. Put some in some equities and mutuals and whatever. Buy some bonds and invest in some real estate. And we're going to be rolling out a really amazing opportunity for like regular folk to start investing in real estate, you guys. And it's not going to cost you a lot of money. And I think it's like as little as $25 you can get started. And that's a company we'll be sharing with you soon. But my advice to you, if a major company that you're associated with gets hacked, is to don't do anything. Keep operating and keep handling your business. And don't attract attention to yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. Do not attract attention to yourself, because if you go on the internet, put your information in the websites, they ask you to put yourself in and all of this bunch of foolishness. Well, I don't know who hacked them, and maybe the people who hacked them are watching you do it, and now they're like, oh, she let us know we got her information. Gotcha. Don't do nothing. Don't do anything until somebody comes to tell you that your money got stolen from the bank. They owe it back to you. Period. The bank is responsible. If somebody cleans out your account, the bank has to give you the money back. Period. And I mean, if it's not you and you weren't part of it, don't try to run game on the bank, you guys, because you can't. Okay. Do not have your girlfriend deposit a fraudulent check and then you take the money out and then y'all gonna try to lie and say it was somebody else. Because what the bank is gonna do is they're gonna make you go file charges against her to prove it. Otherwise, you're gonna be on the hook for fraud. And you have a responsibility in banking. It's your account, and you're supposed to be responsible for it. So it's a federal tool, whatever you call it. So my advice is don't do anything. Oh yes, put some in a cookie jar. And oh yes, put some in your children's savings fund. Oh my God, you guys, there's an account. I think it's called a 290 account. I can't remember exactly, but it's kind of like a 401k. Put some in a 401k, please. Open your IRA, you guys. You guys, if you're a veteran, there are CDs where they'll double your money. Even if you're not a veteran, teachers, there's all the CDs that like you can put a big chunk of money in, and even if you have to take it out, you don't get penalized. But open up a fund for your kids at your bank. They have these, I think it's called a 290 something or other, but it's like a 401k. You can do it when your children are young, and it's non-taxed income that grows. And then if your kid don't go to college, you can take it out and do something else with it. Maybe they want to start a business. Imagine taking your kids' college fund and helping them to start a business. Duh, you guys. Okay. So also too, Simply Denise said to, oh, thank you. Is my time up? Nope, I still have 15 minutes. Oh, Thank you. Okay, so also Denise said to cover live, work, play philosophy. And we talked about this the other day when we were talking about social media. In my 15 minutes, I'm going to go back to the Facebook pages, you guys. Okay, so live, work, play. And that's a common phrase. You hear it. Everybody says it all the time. But we love live, love work, love play, love. And as I said the other day, love is scattered throughout there. So you don't have to worry about that part, right? Because you're loving with everything that you do. And when you're living, you're living. You're going to the doctor, you're going to the grocery store, you're going to the work, you're going to, run errands, you're running around behind your kids, whatever, you're living, right? When you work, you're working on your passion and your vision, okay? You're writing and you're researching and you're working, right? And when you play, you're playing. That means like you're going fishing and hiking and camping. You're going to movies with friends, having dinner with friends, right? So in the vein of social media, we talked about how you're going to go to sugarfreecoaching.com. You're going to go to refers and go to the Engafluence tool. That's where you're going to find my amazing social media tool that I use that can make all of the social media stuff we've been talking about a lot easier, allow you to be able to manage it better. And that's why I can love, live, love, play, love, because I'm not on my phone every 5 minutes. I did not get to be a top 10% social media user by ignoring my family and friends and texting on my phone. That's so rude. And we don't do it to each other. You know, if you're around us all the time, of course, you're going to get to see our live, work, and play. And sometimes we're multitasking. Sometimes we're like, oh, I can't talk to you right now. I gotta get on the air. Oh, wait, hold on, hold that thought. I'm in mid-thought. But when we're playing, when we go out to dinner together, when we don't do that. We sit at dinner and we look each other in the eye and we laugh and we talk to the other people around us and we meet the people at the restaurant because we're playing. Okay. When we're playing, oftentimes we don't even post pictures because we forget. Why do we forget to post pictures when we're out and about? Because we don't have our phones out. We're not on Instagram and Facebook every 5 minutes. That's not how you grow influence. You can't use your brand and your following as an excuse to ignore your friends. It's not right. You need to be fully engaged when you're fully engaged. You can't be fully engaged all the time because you will have the life sucked out of you. None of us can. It doesn't matter what you do, even if you're not a coach or a minister or a parent or a leader or anything like that. Whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, it does not matter. You need downtime. If you're an introvert, you probably need a little bit more downtime. But you can find out where you fit in here by how much downtime you need. If you need downtime every day, you need to make sure you take downtime every day. It's best to do it when you first wake up in the morning before everybody else gets up, and late at night when everybody else goes to sleep. Then you can be recharged every day. Okay. If you don't need it every day, you need to do it on the weekend. That's when best for most people, probably because they're off or whatever. But if you're off during the week, that's even better because everybody else is at work. Those downtime days are the times when just focus on, clearing your mind of all the external influences so that you can think about the things that you need to be thinking about. You guys, this is an actual meditation practice I learned from my guru. I'm going to talk about him coming up soon. He's going to teach us all about belly button healing and auras. But I've been wanting to take Tai Chi for a long time, so I have a master now, a Tai Chi master. So yeah, so live, work, play. So if you don't take the time to do all of these things, people say, oh, well, I'm just a people pleaser. I can't help it. Well, you're not a very good people pleaser. If you're going to be a people pleaser, like I said yesterday, if you're going to be a narcissist, be the best one you can be. If you're going to be a people pleaser, you still need to implement all the things that we said. Chances are, if you're over here, you're probably a servant, not a people pleaser, because people pleaser means you run around and do whatever other people want you to do. Servant's heart means you do what's best for others. Doesn't always mean it's what they want you to do. And if you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off and you haven't taken your downtime and you haven't woosad, you look more like a people pleaser than a servant, because servants are good stewards. So all this fits together. So when we live, work, play, and we love, live, love, work, love, play, love, then we have time for all that I'm talking about. And the only reason that I can go on and on and on like this, and it seems like I'm talking about a million things, but I'm really talking about one thing, and I'm really kind of being repetitive. And these lessons are, repeat lessons that we are getting better at, and sharing with others and growing more in and learning more about. But I can do that because I am faithful to taking my downtime. I usually do it every single Sunday. Sometimes, throughout the days, I have to do it as well. So I shared my playlist yesterday. I hope you guys got to see it. If not, it's on my Facebook page. Okay, so speaking of Facebook pages, you guys, Facebook has rolled out a lot of really, really awesome features for fan pages, business pages, you guys. I've been trying to encourage people to come from their page to my page so that I can help promote your page and we can get some page dialogue going. But even if you don't have a page, please talk to me on my Facebook page, facebook.com/sugar-free coach, not on my personal wall. I'm going to start ignoring you. Okay. I feel like it's a resistance. I feel like as many times as I've said that, if you continue to send me messages or chat me up on my personal wall, I feel like you're trying to be funny and you're doing it and you're a hater. And I really want people to stop. And I don't mean the few people that I'm doing this with. You'll see me and my sister doing stuff on Facebook on my personal wall. We're entertaining y'all. We could have had the conversation on the phone. Hello. So we live out loud on purpose. Sometimes we'll intentionally have a conversation that we could have had in private on the internet, you guys. And I'm all for that. Let's joke for the people. Let's find common ground between our brands and do that sort of thing. But random conversation where we ain't talking about nothing, or you on Facebook talking about when you come into my house. First of all, it's not the whole world's business when I'm coming to your house. It's not the whole world's business that I haven't been to your house. You guys, that's not for Facebook. Okay, so if you're listening today, then you get to go and get my ebook, and you can go to sugarfreecoaching.com, go to where it says rights, drop down and click on break free. You can get the whole ebook right there. Facebook and their changes, they kind of messed up my shop a little bit, you guys, and I didn't even realize I had 2 sales. 2 people had bought my book, and I didn't know because Facebook didn't give me the notification, A. B, they took the little thing where I asked the people for their email so they could get the download. So when I did find out, I couldn't send them the book. And then when I went to go update my shop, they asked me for all my information, social security number, address, all that stuff, and then told me that my product was invalid. So I won't be using my shop on Facebook anymore because I don't like bait and switch. If you're going to do stuff like that to people, you need to explain it better. I'm not mad. I'm still telling you that Facebook pages are where it's at. You guys love Facebook, so we're going to keep using Facebook. If at such time y'all really, really stop loving Facebook, we might stop using it, okay? But as long as the majority of the world is loving Facebook, we're going to keep using it, and we're going to use it for what it's good for. So go to my fan page. Let's engage. Add your Facebook page over there so I can know what it is and we can talk. Definitely use your events. Use your calendar. You guys, you can connect your Facebook page to your groups now. And so when you have a group, a lot of people have coaching groups that they're building on Facebook. So why would you be in your coaching group talking as your person instead of talking as your page? If you're a brand, if you yourself are a brand, as a company, you can't really do that. But if you're a persona, and even if you have a company, you guys, let's get your personal brand established as a person, because then when you're a speaker, you may do some acting, you may have some endorsements. They can pay you the person, okay? A lot of people have stage names, but until you actually make it a stage name, it's just a fake name, okay, you guys? If I get married and I'll tell y'all my last name's gonna change, and you're not gonna know, because I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna always be Andrea Raquel. Let's see, what else? Oh, yesterday we talked about some tools and cleaning up your Twitter account, and I forgot to tell you guys about a couple. So I talked about Crowdfire. I use Crowdfire every day almost, you guys. So I would be remiss if I don't talk about them. I use Crowdfire to clean up my account. If you're not following me back, if you're one of those people who lack integrity and you got now you got 1.9 million followers and you're only following 400 people. Well, you know how I know you lack integrity? Because I would have never followed you in the first place if you didn't follow me first. I don't care who you are. For a long time, Michelle Obama was the only person I was following that wasn't following me back. And guess what? I unfollowed her too, because Barack is following me. So if you're not the president of the United States, and you show up on my list as not following me, I know that you lack integrity because I would never have followed you if you didn't follow me first. Now, there are some people that I follow just to follow and see if they're going to follow back. And after a couple of days, they don't follow back and I see their tweet, now I'm following. I'm not your fan or your groupie. I don't expect you to be my fan or my groupie. If you're a real person and you're tweeting, Instagramming, Facebooking, whatever, and I don't follow you or don't accept you as a friend, shoot me a note and be like, girl, you, if you want to be over here, then come on over here. I'm not ostracizing anybody. I'm just not following people who aren't part of the same thing I'm doing, because as an Aspie, that's a lot for me. But I still love y'all and I'm still going to support you and talk to you anywhere. There are people that I've unfriended that I still support their fan page. I know they're like, what the? I thought she was mad at me. No, I'm not mad at you. I just don't want to see all your conversation with you and your Facebook friends, because I want to focus on your business so I can help you promote your business, because that's what I do and that's what I'm good at. I thank you so much, Denise, for keeping me on track today. There's another one I wanted to mention called Status Brew. So I would be remiss if I didn't mention, and we talked about community and we talked about a few others yesterday, but mostly, you guys, this Crowdfire and this Status Brew. These are two apps on my phone that I've had for a really, really long time and haven't been hacked or anything. So that's why I'm mentioning those two. Because as far as the whole clean up your account thing, these are two you can actually use. You get to go see who's not following you, who's inactive. And Crowdfire also is the tool that I use, you guys, to post a lot of random news articles, because they have good stuff in there. Now, don't get me wrong. I had to clean it out a little bit. I had to block a whole bunch of stuff to get it down to being just the stuff I want to see. But like if I see one article 5 times, I will unfollow every last one of those news sources. Okay. But the main ones that I want to see, they're in there now, and I can just hit share at a later time and it stacks them in my feed so that even if I'm off grid, I'm still sharing amazing content with you guys. It's not automated because guess what? I pick the articles. I just stack them in my schedule. So we don't have to do this 24/7 to stay available. Accessible. Yeah, that's the word. Accessible, not available. Just because I'm not available to talk to you on the phone or chat with you in a messenger doesn't mean I'm not accessible. I will always get back to you. I'll get back to the message. Even if you send me a message on my personal Facebook wall, eventually I'll see it because I clean house every now and then. But if you want it to be urgent, you need to send it to my fan page, okay? Join Living Sugar Free groups if you have already followed and liked everywhere. And if you go, just for watching today, if you go to my website and click on that link, you'll be able to get my ebook. We're going to move it. We're going to move the book platform and we're going to use something different. So don't look for that on Facebook anymore. And we're going to be rolling out some books with our 90-day publishing program from all of the authors within the network. And that's going to be coming very, very soon. Mike McAllis has a new book out. Pastor Melvin Bell has a new book out. And they're both amazing authors with a lot to share. So make sure you check out those books right there. And y'all hear that echo? I love that. I love when the people that are around me are listening to my show. That is so cool. And we have people in all different parts of the house listening sometimes. But you guys, I'm going to say goodbye for now because I'm going to be over time again if I don't. And I just want to thank you all for everything. Thank you for following. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for allowing me to help you improve your community, business, and lifestyle one solution at a time. Thank you for being a TXNL executive. Those of you who are, thank you for being a faithful member. Those of you who are, I want to shout out Rashonda Buchanan and Too Unique in Memphis. You guys are the bomb. I just want to say thank you. Thank you. Francina Harrison, the career engineer. These are some of our extended executives and members of TXNL who've been long time members and who do amazing things in their small corner of the world. And they recognize what we do in our small corner of the world. So it doesn't matter who you are. I want to give a shout out to Daniela because last night I found myself missing Nikolai. If you remember Florinel Nikolai, Sarzul Nikolai, he was one of our influencers. And every time I see an old memory that he's commented on, I'm profoundly reminded of how much of an influence he had on the world, the internet, via social media, you guys, I wonder if like some of the trust network stuff fell off because that man passed away. Because there were times where I didn't feel like it anymore. And he would come and swoop down out of the blue and get my back and bust at other people for treating me bad. This man was a true, true influencer. God bless you, Daniela. I'm so sorry for your loss. I know it's still difficult because I still miss the man. I never even saw him in real life. You got, but I mean, I see this post yesterday in my news feed, and it had like 20 or 30 comments on it. And I know it wouldn't have been that if it wasn't for him. Because most of those people don't even like me. But he will keep the conversation going and remind them of who the good people are. And so I miss him. And shout out to you, Daniela, for keeping it going. I love y'all. You guys have a great weekend. Andrea Raquel, the social entrepreneur and sugar-free coach. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in and following. I hope you've liked our page on Facebook. That's facebook.com/sugar-free coach, as well as on Twitter. You can catch me on Twitter at sugar-free coach. I will follow back and reciprocate. I always do. See you Monday.